Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christy from Van Ahn & Company. It's Wednesday, May 11th. I'm going to go over the markets with you for the day. You really had quiet markets as they're kind of searching for some direction out of this report. You know, yesterday you saw that big cut into new crop soybean carryout levels. But the big thing to note is that they did that all on the demand side. So 150 or 170 million bushels increase from last year's demand side as far as those soybeans go. And so that's the big question is, you know, okay, at this level, is this where that demand is going to be? Are you going to see that much more demand at this price level that we're currently at? Because USDA is putting an average farm price for soybeans at about $835 to $895, $950. So you are well above the ranges where USDA thinks that these beans should be priced at. And so we forget that we're sitting over 400 million bushel carryout from last year. And then, you know, your potential for 305 for next year off an 82.2 acre number, which a lot of people think you might even see some more acres there. So there's some nervousness around this market that, you know, how far can beans go? Do we need a story to keep them supported? And right now the weather forecast for planting is looking really ideal. And a lot of areas are starting to talk like you might even be done planting. There's some pockets in Nebraska, western Iowa. There's some issues there, some areas in South Dakota. But for the most part, you know, you are being able to be planted and get above average pace as far as that goes. And so the question is, you know, what is it going to take to extend this level? And you just weren't able to do that today. Beans down 5.5 on the front month, down 1. But interestingly enough, you know, your major negative markets were corn and wheat, and those aren't even the ones that were rallying yesterday. So wheat was down anywhere from 6 to 8 cents, and corn was down anywhere from 5 to 7 cents there. You couldn't even get a little bit of attention from wheat off the fact that they're calling for potential freeze in North Dakota, parts of Minnesota, even into northern Iowa that you're getting freeze. So, you know, you weren't even able to get attention on that. That should affect both wheat and corn, really, as a lot of people are talking about the corn already being emerged. And so it just sounds like maybe that freeze won't be around long enough, but it's going to get cold, and we'll have to see if that actually does get down to those temperatures, and maybe it'll gain some attention. But for the most part, there's just not a lot of news out there. People are kind of already pushing towards that June 30th crop report to get more answers, to see where these acre numbers are, and then you're going to turn into summer weather and look forward to that to see what this can bring if you're going to transition to the La Nina. Meat market had a similar situation. You were up about $1 and then faded, closing down anywhere from about 80 to $1.20 lower in live cattle, $1.50 lower in feeder cattle, and then lean hogs were actually up $2 there as they've been hitting some pressure lately, so they were able to rebound. Then the outside markets actually had some big moves and some stark differences. Crude up $1.44, the dollar was down over 50 cents, and the Dow market got hit hard, down over 150 points there. So a little bit of mixed direction as far as where to push these markets. What we'll look at is see export sales tomorrow to see where those come in line. If you see the export numbers huge once again for beans, it should be able to keep this supported. We know that for at least about a month and a half, you haven't been able to post back-to-back negative days in soybeans, so tomorrow will be a big close there. I do have to close with a disclaimer. Trading futures and options involves risk of loss and may not be suitable for all producers. Have a great day.